Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel and checking out the broadcast that I have going on today and the video that I'm making. So basically, today I thought would be fun to have another new segment started where we basically just have coffee with Chase and The Sims. So what we'll do is just kind of, mosey around my neighborhoods a little bit, check out some of the folks that are kind of in my neighborhood, and I can give you a little bit of backstory on that. So as I start producing some of the other series that you guys will be hopefully following, you guys will kind of be able to understand a little bit behind the scenes of what these folks kind of are made of, and then what the houses that they live in are made of, and what ones I've made, what ones I would have liked to have made, and then also some that will be hitting the wrecking ball sooner than later. And we'll have them on the Let's Renovate or the Let's Build series, depending if we have to start from scratch, like the most recent one I'm doing now with the episode 16 of the Glimmerbrook conversion renovation for it becoming a suburban subdivision. So we'll go ahead and take a spin in and kind of poke around a little bit in my neighborhood. And I've got my coffee. I hope you have yours or tea wherever you are, depending. But I'm very American in that regard, and I love my coffee. So I thought, today would be a good day to kind of enjoy that. So cheers. So as we browse around, I was thinking about maybe just kind of starting out at some of the areas that are a little different here that you may not recognize right off because of the newer versions of the game. So we have the Evergreen Harbor. I've barely been able to get into this one that much. The the Evergreen Harbor right now it's mostly neutral. I think whatever the default is. Yeah, so this area here is eco-friendly. This one's not, and then this one's neutral. So we have our Ritchie family where they're in the for From Richer to Poorer series. And so the From Richer to Poorer series is about a couple, follows them where they're kind of stuck from a rock and a hard place because they lost all their money. He doesn't work anymore, like except for like little jobs and that sort of thing, and not really going very far. She didn't have any skills hardly, except that she knew some stuff about like pottery and things on Etsy and that sort of stuff. So I thought it'd be really funny to kind of see, would a couple be able to really thrive and make it and kind of make it an opportunity, or is it more of an opportunity for disaster? So we'll see which opportunity really kind of comes of them. So this is Leslie. Leslie is another person that she's just couldn't care less about anything. And she is just very, very kind of absorbed in her own ways, just like the Richies are. So I imagine they'll become friends at some point and may even be a rival to Tula Richie, which they're Mondo and Tula are that couple. And their house is very shinky dink, and they just had to sell some windows and like recently to be able to make ends meet and that kind of stuff. So they're kind of in like a cracker box kind of house at this point. So then we're going to come around here over to my sort of new, fresher take on the Brightchester neighborhood. So the Brightchester neighborhood, there's a few pieces here, like this one I got to do and I've been working on. And then there's the Laurel Revival Library, which I totally rebuilt, just kind of basically from what was there, and then just made it a lot more of everything because it just was very sparse as they tend to be in terms of decoration and sort of design ideas. So I really wanted to just kind of make it something special. So I thought maybe we could kind of spin in that one real fast. I can show you how that one came. So some of these places here, some of them just kind of had other things that didn't really pertain. And then I also turned my mods off for this one, some of them. So you may see like, where it says some objects are missing, but they're really not. It's just that this is the library approved slash like gallery approved version where you wouldn't actually have to have any custom objects or mods installed to be able to really enjoy the best of this lot. So what I did is I really just took it back to kind of what I thought a library was. So you'd have like an area for your computers on both sides. Then you'd have like an open area with some shelving, that sort of stuff. And then an area for like arts and entertainment. And in this instance, there's like a piano and a camera and that sort of stuff. And then you can go up, and then there's actually like a center exposed area here that's just open to the downstairs. Because in our library here in where I'm from, it's kind of cool, but we have like a really giant, like expansive entryway. So this one does too, that overlooks their sort of entertainment area. And we have the public bathrooms as well, more outdoor seating to kind of visit and hang out. And then up here is like sort of the cutting edge things you could maybe find at a library. So you've got like hangout wellness stuff, yoga, some sort of machine where you can look at things, like a microscope. And then we also have really premium chess tables. Oh, yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And then also outdoor like seating as well, where you can maybe see a demonstration, or you could go have a puff, bubbles, and listen to a demonstration or a speech. So, and then this one actually has like an entryway to the upstairs. So people that have like an event or something like that, they can just go straight up to the top and skip all that other stuff and not have to actually go inside. So that's the Laurel Revival Library. And we'll go all the way around here. Yeah, so you can get a good look kind of at what we got going on here at this one. Sweet. Okay. So now I thought maybe we could kind of spin around a little bit more. And we've just got like the Peppers Brew Pub. It's kind of an update from what it was originally. And then this one was one of my favorite ones, the Uni Auditorium and Quad. So this is a really big, expansive building specifically for like the students in Bright Chester to really be able to go and have like a really good experience in all things of their education, right? Okay, great. So we're back in here at the Uni Auditorium and Quad. I've got my coffee and I'm ready to kind of give you the 411 on this one. So what we have here is a rather ginormous sculpture. I really like being able to expand things where it's appropriate. So I thought that it would make sense in this sort of area to be able to give the students the amenity offerings that they may not have outside of campus. So we've got like a fitness area over here. We have this sort of lady that pays homage to their school mascot there. We have this little karaoke bar area with TV set up and like little cafe stuff to do. Then public bathrooms on the first level. And then like a little library area to hang out and computers to be able to hang out and, do homework, that kind of stuff. And then we have like some study equipment here to change the weather, different 3D games and those sort of things here. Then we've got more puffing bubble machines. And then we have this sort of like open, airy entry right here with Our Lady that just kind of seems to go up and up. And then just like the jukebox. Then we've got like a little bit of outdoor seating over here that really just kind of pulls in that extra bit of linear height that I created with our really, really tall pillars. And then up here, we have another level that's just sort of games and that sort of stuff. And then all the way at the very top is a bar. So we have a fun little bar. And then what I did is made like a concourse style. So the whole thing is totally exposed to downstairs. And this is kind of the way the library is set up here in where I'm from. So I thought that it would be fun to be able to kind of emulate that here. So we have, you know, all of these floors open, but really you couldn't tell on the outside, aside from the fact that we have these really, really tall pillars. So that's that section. And then here's kind of from the front. So you have a really tall, cool place to hang out. And then here's the side profile, the front. So you could, if this was like in live mode right now, you'd be able to see all those fun lights on. And then this is how they get up here to the actual place. I don't think, yeah. And so there actually is a basement in this as well, so that people can go down and watch the theater. They can have a shower, a private shower, and then they can come here and do laundry as well at this facility. So I thought it'd just be really, and then maybe even listen to some jazz or something. So I thought it'd be really useful for the gallery and for people to have that just kind of has everything in it. So you've got the auditorium there in the basement and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty. So there's the Uni Auditorium and Quad, and this is available on the gallery. You guys can download it. It's $570,858, but because it's a community lot, it doesn't make a difference. What's like really, and then what our traits are conjovial, great acoustics, and a university student hangout spot. I thought that would make really good sense for this. And all of this is mostly my creation, which was a lot of fun to really put together and do right after it came out. There was like a manic time for me. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many new objects and new styles and things we can do now. And so it's really fun to be able to kind of have that opportunity. Alrighty, on to the next one. So then we're going to go ahead and move on to Glimmerbrook. This is our neighborhood that we're converting into a subdivision, like an American style subdivision. So we have these guys that live here. They're married together, and they're like a fork of the Salmon family. So they're the Blackman family. And so we just recently completed that house and then this one before it. And now we have this house that we're currently under construction. It was a bar, but the homeowners association basically shut the bar down and then demolished it. And so then we're replacing it with this lovely sort of house here that you may find in like a suburban subdivision as well. And then this one's also a house, but it's not really conforming to their design standards. So it's probably going to have to go too. Because like this was a house I really loved to be able to do, but it's super modern for this neighborhood now. So it's probably going to end up, and it's already on the gallery as, and I was really trying to experiment and play with those curved windows a lot. But this is Brooks Bridge Ledge is what I called it, but it was called the Brooks Bridge. So, so I just kind of renamed that a little bit and uploaded it. But I call it the ledge because the house has like a really steep curve here on the glass roof. And I basically kind of took the original house and just added a ton of elements to it, another level, and really kind of overhauled it. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really fit the style that the homeowners association is looking for now. So that'll change. And then our next one actually is fun. This is the Solani Beach neighborhood. What I tried to do with these was to make modern houses that just kind of, you might be able to find beachside is the laws are changing to require more stringent, sturdy construction. So we have everything from like the Fillmore family, who they were kind of similar as well to the For Richer Poor family, but instead they moved to the beach because they wanted to give up, they chose to give up their lifestyle in the rich and famous world, but they can't seem to clamp down on all the press and the paparazzi and the constant obsession with them because let's see here, what's her name? Mildred. Yes, Mildred Fillmore. And then there's Millard. So there's Millard and Mildred. So basically, they're here and they are kind of like really bad sort of people, and like heavy criminals. So, and they want to fill more of their pockets. So that's why, and kind of how they got their last name. So I moved them into this like Lagoon Look Deluxe, which was a house I kind of worked on a little bit beyond what already existed. But we have this next house, which kind of inspired me for my subdivision series, was like, oh yeah, I just start making houses similar to that. So this house will eventually be replaced by something different and that's a little more cutting edge and utilizes a little bit more features of the game. But I thought that this would be a good start to have in this neighborhood. Same with this house. And this one I liked. This one I did just because I wanted to fill up a whole lot and just kind of make it a whole lot of house for the Maida family. And then we'll go on and kind of peek around here to Strangerville. This one was one of my favorites that I just recently did as well. It's called the Factory Loft Commons, but it's a really fun restaurant bar that's huge. And then it's almost like a mall, like indoor mall. Riverside Grand Terrace was another house that I did, which is just sort of like a modern, bigger house. We have a few more like suburban looking houses. And then we have this like sort of goth looking house. And then this one I really liked too. I thought it was a really neat modern house. But many of those I didn't make in that one. There's only those couple. And they were like right here, this one. And then this one, I think, yeah, that one I did too. But the rest, and this one, this Factory Loft Commons. It's like a bakery and all kinds of stuff that was formerly a factory. And it could probably become a hotel maybe later. So this is one of my favorite ones that I did in this lot in terms of like restaurants and that kind of stuff. So I took the old like cinema museum thing and then convert it into a tap house. So it's called the Plum Bomb Pictures Tap House. And so it just has a lot of light and bright air feeling because of the house and that sort of thing. Oh, coffee. And then we have this kind of Frank Lloyd Wright inspired house that I built. And so I kind of wanted to show you guys this one because it's one of my favorites that I got to build in this world. Okay, so we immediately get here and they're like, would you like to sign up for another term? It's time to sign up for classes at Foxbury Institute. If you don't sign up for another term, you could do so when you're ready on the phone or computer. However, if you do not sign up now, you will lose any current scholarships. So yeah, we will, just so that we can make sure that she's good to go first. So she's going to do her 4 classes at home, pay with household funds. Yeah, I mean, she can afford it, right? Okay, so we'll dismiss these. She's happy. So here's our house. Unfortunately, some of the previous homeowners are no longer with us, it looks like. Bebe Bolton, Adam Bolton. Yeah, so they used to be like friends or like the previous owners. I can't recall, but they're all like right here at the front door. Okay, so there's who? Oh, Sierra Bolton. Darn. Okay, so this is the house. And again, this has no CC, no custom content. All of it's actually in The Sims and available in just a regular build buy mode. I made these just from really big lights and then just kind of feathered them together. And then we have like colorful kind of cladding on the side. Then we have this fun little like area for the hot tub up here that's covered. And then I just did this like funky color mix. And then we have like little Juliet balconies kind of throughout up there. That one I couldn't get a balcony in. So I ended up doing like a really cool like flower spray. And then we have over here those lights, all that stuff. And there's just down here, you're gonna see it's like a really big open concept in terms of like what you can see around. And that's kind of like a theme that I had for several of the houses that I built because I'm really good at like knowing where to eliminate floors to make like more space or make it seem like there's more space. So now we have this level here that just has a bunch of bedrooms and bathrooms on the fourth floor? Yeah, fourth floor. And then the third one has more bedrooms and bathrooms, just of different styles. And then we have the kitchen that's on the first floor coming around. This room's dark right now because it's dark out and they're not in the room. But we have like this really fun like piece of art in there as well. But really the art is actually the room itself and being able to like see all this. There's a lot to see. And there's just tons of windows behind there too. So it just gives you like a really good view all the way around the lot. Then we have all these fun things going on. Call this sprinkler for the fountain. Looks like this guy is the butcher, but looks like he's more like a police officer or a chauffeur, but who's to tell? So now we're gonna leave them and go, let's see here. So we're gonna leave here. Just go to manage worlds. Alrighty, and we're back. So we'll go with the next one. This is the Ultra Luxe Shops and Plaza. So this is a big outdoor mall that I made. I just wish that The Sims supported like mixed use developments because it's hard to make a functional restaurant, a functional retail store, and like a bar and that kind of stuff all in one place because they either want to sell everything and think it is the store, or they want to seat you at the tables that are on display for sale. So I've created it, it's there, but it's really kind of like a too soon item in a way because it's there and it's neat, but it's almost just to look at because there's very few functions that make it work. So right now I just have it as a retail, but the problem is, like I said, if it makes it hard to set things for sale too, because then if you set everything for sale, then it literally is like insane them trying to buy everything on the whole lot and that kind of stuff. So I haven't been able to really enjoy it as much as I hoped I would after I got finished with it. So then we have the McMillan family. She lives in this house that's kind of being converted right now to like a much bigger sort of modern style, just square basically, that's got like some really cool stuff going on. And actually, this is going to end up probably becoming an apartments. And then this is the next one I wanted to show you, but this is called the Reality Home House, or the basically kind of like a spin on the royal house that was on the gallery, but then I did a lot more like changes and modifications to it. Okay, I'll take another swig of coffee and we'll go into this one. So, as before, I had mentioned this house is the going to live or build by. This house is called the Reality Show Home, and basically it's kind of a spin on the royal home or the royalty house from the gallery, but then I actually took and made it like a lot different because I thought, this could actually be more for reality show family. I'm thinking maybe Kardashians or perhaps even the Chrisleys, somebody like that that's like really got some money and a lot of room. So we have the kitchen all the way over here. I redid that a lot. And then I sort of left some of this similar to how they had it before, but then just sort of like added in more elements to it. We have the little fitness area here, more stuff there. I created a basement for it. So it's got a whole screening room over here. We have the extra little bit of like rooms for kids, and we've got an indoor like basement pool with a whole like workout area, laundry facility, and just a lot of things going on. That's just for the pool. And then up here, I did a lot of changes too. I left some of their original content, like the stuff I thought was kind of goofy and silly. So I was like, sure, I'll leave that. But so this room I just kind of cleaned up quite a bit, and these bedrooms. And I really created a lot more like staircases that just had more like drama. So all of this is new and different on how it like opens up. And I got rid of that, made it a lot more like open floor plan. And then up here, this is sort of the newer section that I did. That house was only 2 floors, but this one is now 3. And I thought, we could even go higher than that if we wanted. But it's kind of like a lot then at that point for this sort of floor plan. So we have like an extra bedroom down below. And then up here, we just have like the fun area to kind of do fun stuff. Like you'd have a bowling alley at your house. You'd be able to, have your hot tub and all that. And then this is the central staircase over there. So you can still see all the way down below to the other areas of the house from this spot. And it's just more stately. And this is actually the house that I have on and all these like porches and terraces and stuff. But this is actually the house that I have on my feature on the Sims channel that I have going on like everywhere. It's one of my favorites. It's very stately looking. And it fits in a thumbnail because some of my other houses are just too tall that it just won't fly, which I'll go ahead and show you those too when we go in to those neighborhoods that kind of have been around the longest. So I really put a lot more effort and time into those over time. Okay, cool. So we're back again. I know we're going to be hopping around a lot. Sorry. Now the next set we're going to go to is just Brindleton Bay. I thought we could just kind of peek around here just a tad. So I have the ledge, which is kind of the play on that other ledge that I had built, but it's just got a really sloping heavy roof. It's a small house. It's off the grid, and it's just kind of one of those small tiny home challenges, but I'm still doing a little bit of work on it. And then we just have a few really fun like places. I did a lot of updates to Club Calico, And then we have this really modern house that I just thought was really fascinating. And I was like, ooh, I have to download that. Then we have the Dead Grass Brew House, which was another brew house conversion that I did. I updated this was another one of my favorites. So this is a pet shop, clinic, and spa where you can go and have your dogs or cats groomed or taken care of and hang out and pampered yourself and your pet. And then we have the Royalty, which is a really phenomenal wedding venue that I made. So I wanted to just kind of show you guys that real fast. Okay, cool. So we're here. Yay. This is the Royalty. Ooh, and I can add one more. Let's do natural light. Cool. So this is basically the like a really overglorified wedding venue. So we have the pool out here. We have a giant bar with a full liquor bar. Oh yeah. Then we've got dancing like everywhere. Because I mean, people love to dance when they go to weddings. So I thought it'd be really important to have places to hang out or to dance. Big old staircase, of course. Bathrooms. Then up here, another place to hang out, bar, all that. But if you notice here, we have that porch sort of like deck area. Then we have this outdoor like terrace. Then we could go up again and either from the outside go up here to this level, which I'll show you. So you can go in here into the sitting room and then go back outside to over this side and get to the very exclusive outdoor wedding facility. So up here on the roof, you can actually get married and overlook all of the stuff everywhere. Oh, and this is another modern house that I built recently. So you can just get a good view of everywhere right from exchanging your vows. Makes for some really cool screenshots and stuff like that too. So if you're into that kind of stuff, or you want to tell a story and need a good wedding venue, this is it. Gonna tell you. So it's on the gallery as the Royalty. I'm gonna change the name to the Royalty Wedding Venue so that it's more memorable. So we will do that, and then we'll just go to manage the worlds. Alrighty, so now the next neighborhood. Go ahead and take a sip of coffee. And we'll check out Forgotten Hollow. So Forgotten Hollow has actually been less forgotten. And this actually became sort of an area where we had a fitness center pop up. We've had some new houses be developed here. And then we still have that crooked old mean Count Vladislas Strahd the Fourth here. So he won't leave. Not sure why. It might be that he's a vampire and can't die, but I don't know. Could be. So these are some of our other like really interesting sort of situations because we have the whole apartment community here pretty much of San Myshuno. And so a lot of these I've redone. And for a long time, we couldn't even share them on the gallery. So it was like, I need to go back and kind of inventory that and see which ones I have or have not, like, stored down. And then this one was a challenge to see, like, if this whole family could deal with this little tiny house. So it's like really itty bitty. What's it even called? Oh, yes, the modern penthouse. Used to be a fitness facility, but it's not now. And then the Floating Lotus, which was a fun restaurant concept that I made. So I want to go ahead and go here and just kind of show you guys around a little bit. Sweet. Okay. So now we have Ooh, yeah. Have this neighborhood here now that's got, or well, the Floating Lotus. Of the neighborhood's like all these apartment buildings, but then the Floating Lotus is a restaurant up on the top level. So we did like this sort of really cool terrace and another one. And then it brings you up here to just like the public space and kitchen and all of that type of stuff here. Then we have the bar up on the next level, kind of overlooking our terrace from below. So there's a variety of seating options. And then you can see kind of who's coming in as well because I left that area open. So guests of various types can come here, large families, small families, groups, clubs, your frat group, whatever it is. And then we have, there's another staircase coming from up. You can see like, down there. And then we have like the little karaoke lounge area too, which is one of my favorite things I get to do, but never do. And then this is just sort of like a little club area to hang out. And then we have another like little section here where you can get up on the roof and have a cocktail, maybe listen to a performance or watch someone perform and that kind of stuff, and then overlook the bar below or this below or the whole community because this is like the tallest building. So I thought that the name Floating Lotus might be a cool like homage to that. So it has fast internet, natural lighting, and of course the chef's kitchen so that it like has primo food all the time. And then here's what it looks like various times of day, evening, then which I think most of these lots look best at night or in the evening time. All right. So let's see here at night. And I kind of want to emulate the original design of the house. So I did do like some section like on that side. So that's like purposefully white. Okay, so we'll go back to manage worlds. Okay, and then this is another one. It's like just a really large penthouse, but I haven't finished it yet. And then we have Windenburg, the rich Lux town. So we have this house, which is the most giant of them all. This one is the second runner up to that, but it isn't fully developed over the whole lot. Like you've got these little areas here of like extra buildings and things like that. But this one here literally has everything in it and covers everything. So it's kind of like a lot. This is the one I recently did. And so I'm thinking I'm going to show you guys. And then we have some other little houses. Like I kind of worked on that house. This Cabana Manor house I did. And then this one was a recent condo building that I started working on. So we have a lot of different little projects going on. This is one of the other suburban subdivision type houses that I made because I thought that it would be fun to, really start that series off. So I did kind of on my own first to see like, could I make this style work? And yeah, I think it's kind of working out. So here's another one. This is a Van Hout chapel and events. So I took the Van Hout house and its original like museum quality and then turned it into from the Shallot Gardens, which it still is, but into a wedding venue. So it's got more purpose now, I think. And then this is another like really random like farmhouse / modern twist. And then we have this house, which I wanted to show you first. It's the Faux Bacon Slaughterhouse. Now, the Faux Bacon Slaughterhouse is fun because it really is a lot different in terms of kind of what you can find in a house. And I'll show you the style. Okay, so the usual like two objects thing. So here is Be Best. She actually is terrible at everything, but she's got this affinity for trying to be the best and tell people that she's the best. So we'll get into her in a later series, but that's kind of her scoop. So I just kind of wanted to show you around her house real quick. She ended up getting this in a bank sale, so she didn't actually like have to spend hardly any money for this house, or it probably would have been really expensive. So basically what we have is, I'll start at the top. The faux bacon slaughterhouse I kind of imagined as like an old, kind of slaughterhouse that you find. But the thing is they actually do faux bacon. So all those like tchotchkes and clearance item broken pieces at, like the store that you might find that, are swine or pig oriented, like those welcome signs that have like all the pigs, the tacky stuff, the things that you might put on your fireplace. And so we end up eventually letting those go. So the place that they end up coming to is a faux bacon slaughterhouse so that they can then become faux bacon. So they start up here at the top and they get taken apart. And then by the end, they come out in the bottom as whole, ready to eat faux bacon. So the trick here is that I thought, like this would be fun to make for a house because you could do an open air entryway as we have here. So this is where maybe the docking trucks could have been, that sort of stuff. Then you might have had like the entrance on this side. And you'll see that that even has like, the insignia and stuff for the faux bacon. So it's going to be a little tight, narrow room up here at the top first. So it's just got a lot of seating arrangements to watch TV, the fireplace, and all of that. And then to emulate windows, I put in the faux windows with the curtains and then put some lighting around them. And then they've got the really fun upper windows there. And then down here is when it starts kind of coming together as like the larger floor plate, as I call it. So basically you have more square footage you can use. So this is where you got a couple bathrooms and bedrooms tucked in, 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms tucked in. And then this is the main living area where that they would be able to host like a really nice big dinner, enjoy the fireplace, watch TV, play the piano, go to their office, all that kind of stuff. And then here's their entryway. So that's the faux bacon slaughterhouse. This is also available on the gallery. And I made it look like an old, like 18th centuries, like a barn. So you've got that. And then I'll show you toggle on during the day so you can get a good view of the day. It looks like it's kind of cloudy and smoky on this side of town. There's the house. There you go. Alrighty, and I'll just go peek around at one more house in this neighborhood. Oops. So let's see here. So I always mess up. So live mode and then manage worlds. Yes. There we go. Let's just save and go to manage worlds this time since we've done a couple changes at this point. Alrighty, so we're saving. I just want to show you the big old kit and caboodle house in this neighborhood. So this one here is the Luxington's house. And I have another tower in another world that I want to show you guys too. So that's why I'm not featuring this one, because it looks like the people that lived there before died or lost their house or something. So their house really should be worth about like $2.5 million, but it's only worth $468,000, which makes me think that it's probably the house, just the bare bones of the house for the most part, and that the rest of the objects and decorations and stuff are gone. So I'll probably have to replace it back with one of my gallery houses. that because I saved it to the gallery, so I'll probably just re-download it from the gallery for myself, because apparently that happened, and I've since the updates I've since toggled that off to that doesn't happen. But there for a long time in the game, it would be to where if your sim died or if they moved or whatever, like they'd take everything with them, and instead of selling it the house with the contents, which is to me what would make more sense. And so then we wouldn't have to constantly redecorate the same houses we spent like a while decorating. So they finally did fix that. So, and it's got about every single object used. Okay, cool. So we're here now. And so this is the Chase Vista Deluxe or De La or whatever you want to call it. But we will start all the way up at the top and just show you kind of what we're dealing with here and why it's so big. So this is the house. Only for the most bougie of millionaire Sims could possibly afford to live in this house, especially now with the utilities being so high and them actually having taxes and utilities. I can't possibly imagine what this would be in real life. So up here, it's got a full living garden on the roof so that they can dance the night away. They can enjoy like a nice, walk. They can train their dogs. There's skylights and all that kind of stuff. Ponds and pools up here too that you can just kind of like, mess around with and do as you please. It's got a full 3-lane bowling alley here, a bar on the outside for that bar or for that area, and then a lot of different themed bedrooms. So I kind of gave each bedroom a theme and a style, and same with the bathrooms too. So there's just a lot of different options for your Sims to really enjoy. And this took me probably about a year to totally complete because every time I got close, then a new pack or something like that would come out, and I was like, "Ooh, I can add more stuff to it. I could do even more." So it was just kind of a constant work in progress for a very long time until I was finally like relieved when I had the last object placed and I uploaded it to the gallery and I was like, cool, good here, good here. So we have this like outdoor area here, and then you can walk over the pool here so that it's kind of got all the different sides of the house connected, even though they're not. It's kind of a U-shaped house. Then we've got these giant verandas, big old porches, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to get another sip of coffee. That's coffee with Chase and the Sims today, this morning. Then we have like a lot of area for doing your bubble puffs. So much fun. More verandas out here to the side, or terraces, however you choose to call them. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into build mode so we get a little bit better ability to kind of peek around. Maybe. Yes. Cool. And I'm running this game at like full graphics, 4K, uncompressed textures, all that. So it's really asking my computer for a few things that it's like, oh, okay, I can do this. Just hang tight for a sec. So it's working really well now. But then we have our pool here. This one's a super modern pool because you can actually see all of it from underneath in the ground. And the way that I kind of created it so that the basement, when you get down below in there, it's got a lot of use and a lot of space for more stuff and bedrooms and people and things because everything takes up so much space. So over here you have your photo shoot studio. Any actor, actress, or rich, billionaire, so to speak, would really enjoy this sort of house, I think. So Here's that level. So this is the third level now. Because in The Sims, you can't build past the fourth level, but you can make that the fourth level like above it, that roof that I showed you up here. You can use that as livable space for stuff. And so then you can still kind of get around that to have a fifth level. And so then here we've got another little walkway across from the pool. This is our now second floor or third, no, third floor. Just more bedrooms and bathrooms. Then that puff area over here. Then we have like a lot of different bathroom options, another little area to go play in the water or get a drink. Two very important things, especially coming to the holidays. This would be the perfect place to social distance and be able to like really enjoy life because there's just so much to go and do in this house. You would never need to leave. So now we have just more bedrooms, really, really large, massive bedrooms, plenty of space for everybody and everything. I really like the chevron carpet, so you'll see that in some of the rooms too. This was like a bat cave sort of office, and then just like some brighter rooms over here on this edge. Just a lot of different sort of themes and styles to give this like, I think it has like 15 bedrooms or something really silly, like way more than your Sims could ever fit people. So then here's our viewing room for movie screenings or to go and have your band play and have a bar like for the drinks, of course. Then we have the giant kitchen. So the kitchen was originally like in the original house, it was like all the way like over here or something. But then I moved it to the corner because when I first started, I had it like over there. But then I'm like, ooh, it would be more fun to do like a giant corner kitchen. So you have this big old bar here to the side. You have and then really large, well-equipped kitchen, pro kitchen, and then a giant, four-table table for all your guests that you could ever possibly have or want. More bedrooms here tucked to the side, a cat lady bedroom even. And then this is when you start being able to get down to like the ground level as well. So you can see there's like, you know, the U-shape style of the house. So there's like porch yoga in case you're into that. And then you've got all this area for your dogs and stuff like that in a little second kitchen. This is the bakery room, as I'm calling it. So you can just come in here and just bake and feed your pups or your cats. And then we'll go down. So then there's like a lot of gardening stuff, and then, you know, the pool, a little back patio thing coming down, another one going up, some art, the wishing well. Plenty of wishes have been made in that well. So then we have the first underground floor. So this, I just wanted to make it feel like it was actually above ground. So we have all these windows that go to the pool. We have lots and lots of bedrooms tucked in, kind of cleverly designed hallways to get people around into their different rooms and spaces. We have these really fun, like, little suites as well. Okay, so there's this level. And it's the first like totally underground level. So there's another pool in here too, in case you like wanted to be able to swim in the winter time. So they have the basement pool that's rather large and almost emulates their upper pool, but just shifted over here because we have this other room where you can actually see where the pool is here. Then we have this big old bar area here where you can accommodate a bunch of people, have a wedding, dance, watch TV and screen movies, all kinds of stuff going on in there. Send the kids out here to picnic and get in the pool or whatever they want to do. It's all right there. So then down here, this level and layer of the cake, it's like the last one, I think. Yeah. So this layer has the basement areas to be able to kind of focus and study. So you've got stuff for wellness and fitness, your lab, more little suites to stay, another screening room, lots and lots of, like, this is the gym's room where all their collectibles are. So it's like a vault. So they have that vault there. And then we have a lot of cute little kid bedrooms, a kid play area, a really good photo lounge for shooting photography, your investigator's office. So if you had security there at the house living in, they could maybe stay in here if you put a little cot for them or something. And then this is just more areas to lounge and hang out, work out, and all that kind of stuff. And then here on the back is just more of the bedrooms and study areas for people that would be staying with you. Maybe your scientist friends or people like that. But no matter what you're into or how socially distant you would want to be, you could get it here. And you could definitely have a whole group with you without ever even seeing them. So there's this house. Again, this is the Chase Vista Deluxe with the green roof and giant design. And it is currently worth 3,472,637 simoleons. And it's got more bedrooms and bathrooms than this, but the counter can only go up to, like, 10. So it can't go beyond even 9. Like, you try and do like 11 or something, and it won't even let you like key in 11. So it might not even let you key in 10 again. So 9, 10. Yeah, see, 10 doesn't even work anymore in this. So 10, 10, yeah. So now it's like stuck at 10 or whatever, or 1, because it literally does not, it doesn't even like let you have that many like in the thing. So see if I can like undo. Nope, can't even undo that. So we're just gonna leave it and not save. So manage, just go to manage worlds. Okay, let's see here. Looks like we're about back. Okay, just a sec here. Alrighty, cool. Looks like we're back. Yes, thank you guys so much for your patience and time. And okay, so now we have our last 3 neighborhoods. So let's see here, I think. So, Magnolia Promenade. So I was just gonna kind of give you a spin real fast on this one. It's just, we have like this little karaoke bar, another little wedding place that's cheaper and smaller. And then we have Karaoke Club Aqua. So this is got an upstairs pool on the upper level, and people can perform karaoke in front of it while, people are splashing in the pool and that sort of stuff. And then this is a little cafe thing that I downloaded that I thought was cute. And then we will, oops, did I go to Newcrest? We'll go over to Newcrest real fast. So Newcrest just has more of those suburban houses that I like, that I've been working on, including the barn style house. This Artistic Peak is like a modern sort of shop that I'm working on. It's currently a house, but I'm going to turn it into like a shop, I believe, instead, or like a fitness facility. I haven't quite decided. This is the Uptown Grub and Swim. It's one of my favorites that I was able to do. But basically, it's got this like side, like really fun piece. So if you like look up there, it's like, whoa. But it looks like a slide, the building does, and then it's actually like got flowing water down it to make it look like a slide. Then there's like a pool house area, a pool bar, a big pool, and then just a lot of stuff to go and like eat and things like that. So you can go eat, get a splash, get a drink. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. This Chez Llama Chase, this was fun to do. It's like a romantic take on some of the restaurants I've been to. That one I downloaded. And then we have like, this is another like sort of suburban style house. And then another little mall that I thought was neat. This one I built like kind of from the original existing house that came with it. And then I just added a ton of like scientific objects. So people that are looking for like the space exploration career, astronauts, things like that, you're gonna get that in that house. This one is like a wall-to-wall build that I thought was really cool as well. And it kind of matches the university, but I wanted to bring it here. And then Oasis Springs is the other area that I kind of wanted to dive into in a minute. But this is the first house that I created and put on the gallery for The Sims 4 back in like 2014. And then I just recently updated it because it was no longer like it was so old, it wasn't even like working that well anymore. And it was like super buggy. So I just kind of, opened it back up, tweaked it, and then re-uploaded it to the gallery so that it's like functional now for 2020. A lot of changes happened in between then and now, but it's a really neat like front promenade sort of design that we have, and you can get it on the gallery. It is called the Spanish Mesquite Oasis, and it's a cheap one too, I think. So yeah, well, for this sort of house, it's 583,000 simoleons, just over that. So this is a challenge house that I've been working on that I kind of like decided to move away from just because I was like not really struggling with the design or anything like that, but I just was like, I could work on other projects maybe for myself and come up with my own challenges too. Because sometimes I get bored of doing other people's creations and I just want to have my own. And so then I like to be able to share to the folks that don't like making them and give people like an idea of kind of a different style. So here's Prime Ultra. This is another steakhouse sort of restaurant that I created that's just really big and open and bright. And then there's a sort of seafood, modern, super different restaurant that caters to like the higher end folks. This one here, I'm gonna get rid of soon and replace it with something we'll build together. And then this is a Dusty Turf nightclub. I really worked on that one quite a bit. And then this is a Quality Juice and Grill. You can find it on the gallery as well. But I kind of made it look like an old KFC that had been converted into a bar. And then it's going to go though, because it doesn't really go very well with this house next door that we just recently built. And it is a modern, sort of expanded, sort of old school design. So what I mean by old school is it's got like the brick and it's got the stucco and all of that, but then I gave it a modern flair with the really slanted roofs and that kind of stuff, and to make it look more like an apartment building that you might see, especially in like the urban core and stuff like that. So I thought we would come back to this one in a moment, but I just kind of wanted to show you around a little bit more. The solar flare was originally there and it was just a bar, but I thought, why not make it a lounge, put in some karaoke and some bowling, and it would be a blast. So that's been a really fun hangout spot for my Sims, and it seems to be fairly successful in the gallery. This is another one of my favorite ones. It looks similar to the house that I currently live in real life, and it's just a giant Foursquare. And basically, this is on the gallery as the Foursquare Big Frat House. So basically, the the house itself is just really big, has a lot of bedrooms so that you could accommodate your whole like fraternity or sorority. But then there's a lot of other features that just kind of give it that exciting feel. And then I kind of try to make it feel nestled in a woods or something to that effect as well by like putting really nice big pieces with it. And then it's kind of next to this fairy tale, whimsical, sort of Nordic throwback, Scandinavian kind of throwback design. Then this is the first original house of the Chase Vista Deluxe that we previously saw, but this is the slimmed down version of it, and it's called the Lush Modern Lux. So this is just a fraction of that house that we saw before. And then I took that one and then planted it on a 64 by 64 lot and then just have at it basically. And then this is the house that's kind of like pointing away from it. And so I gave it like these curved angles and that sort of stuff. So we have this house that I also did. And then this one's another apartment building that I'm currently working on. This is one of those sort of suburban subdivision type houses too that I created, but I called it the big farmhouse next door because it's also kind of a throwback to the house that I currently live next to in real life. Then we have like a little chapel area, cemetery thing, so you can go get married there if you're into that. We have this little fun little thing to go like spa retreat. So you can just kind of go and have a good time. And then here's another one of those. This is Memory Gardens. So it's like the one that I've kind of heavily modified from the gallery and then re-uploaded because it was just so different. Because the previous one didn't really function for like weddings and stuff like that because there was no kitchen, there was no plumbing, and you can't have a wedding without kitchen or plumbing. It's just impossible for them to get any sort of good life. And so then this is actually the original church too that I thought about, and to maybe just make it a house. So if you can find it on the gallery as the modernized church home. Then we also have the Oasis Springs Dust Bowl, the laundry and gym connection, which is the literally laundry and gym connection. So you can go do your laundry, get your work done, get a little cocktail, and get your laundry done, and work out all that. And then we have the Glass Roof, modern seafood restaurant that I worked on. So it's just a hodgepodgey neighborhood so far. The Sun Up and Sing Bar and Grill. So that's the karaoke lounge with breakfast. And then we have the Modern Lounge. And then this is another one of the houses I thought about doing. That's like it's called the Modern Chase for 52,000. So it's just not that decorated that much, and it's just more or less like just a really tall, big house for the most part for like this lot size, and it's maximizing sort of the space for livable square footage or usable square footage. And then we have the Sunny Side Up Diner. So the Sunny Side Up Diner. And this one's fun because it's just like a small little diner, but it looks a lot bigger than it is. And it feels that much, I'm sure, because it's got that really tall pitched roof and ceiling as well that I really enjoy doing when I can, like here as well. So you kind of see that in some of my design ideas and concepts, like with this one too. So this is our community here of Willow Creek. It's currently still under development and always will be, because of the content, my constant changing and evolution of my design ideas and things like that. So for the last one I really wanted to feature was the 8-decker plaza and tower, or tower and plaza. So the 8-decker tower and plaza. So this one, we're just going to pick somebody that's already at home because I want you guys to be able to see the lighting package that I put in. I really like building, and kind of a little bit of feedback on that too, for myself. But I've actually been a Sims builder for the last 20 years. I've been playing the game most of my life. I was in the 7th, going on 8th grade when they announced The Sims 1, and then I was in 8th grade when it came out. And then it kind of came at a good time in my life because I was really being bullied a lot in school. People didn't really appreciate who I was. I didn't know who I was. And so The Sims really gave me a good safety blanket and a way to get away from that. But then I didn't have many friends either at the times or confidence to even be able to speak to people, let alone like anybody on that could see me on the internet, you know? So I kind of leaned in and onto The Sims for kind of enjoying social interaction and kind of using my creativity to something else. And so then years went by, and I decided to go ahead and go into graphics design as my real life career. And then fortunately, with my experience and ideas in The Sims, kind of been bled over into real life. So then I was able to get a job working for a real estate brokerage firm. And so we work on properties over like 30 million to $50 million above those sort of limits. And so I'm doing a lot of office towers, marketing, logos, videos, websites, all that kind of stuff for residential towers, commercial towers, office towers, industrial complexes, apartment communities, libraries, institutional grade properties like hospitals and things like that. And I help my team. So I create like all the marketing materials and stuff. So I package everything up, create an identity for the building, put a label behind it, the slogan, all of that. And I then send it over to my team and I'm like, psh, go sell it, go do it, you know, do what you do. And I've done what I do. So I'm the one that gets to kind of see what's on going to kind of happen a little bit. Sometimes we get development projects that haven't broke ground yet, and we're helping get financing for construction loans, or we're helping sell after it's built, or we're helping get it financed for the new owner, or we're helping them get a business partner to where they can go in together and we kind of play matchmaker a little bit and then find a partner that they can go in and like halvesies with or something to build a building to sell or to lease. So I get to really work on a lot of really fun properties now in my life. And so I thought I would then like have my life kind of come full circle a little bit. So now I'm kind of, you know, building houses and things that I've experienced in real life or kind of that gave me the inspiration then to like simify it. So I'll go and take, you know, properties and things I've seen in real life and or like themes and that kind of stuff, like with the American subdivision theme that I've got going on now in that series, or the sort of house here that I'm getting ready to show. So I'll go ahead and give you the full view first of the house with the roof and everything. So it's almost like in a way to emulate like the glass screens from cell phones and stuff like that. I just want it to be a big old slab of glass over that gave it a really open but yet warm feel. And then I also, because this is the place to be, it's got all these different spotlights going up towards the house to really draw your attention to it from various angles and depths of the property. So I have them all the way down underground and like the fourth floor, below ground, all the way up, you can see. So they're just different. And so we're going to go ahead and just show what that looks like in real life. Well, as the build mode. And then I'll turn the roof on. There you go. And then we're going to go into night mode real quick. So you can just kind of see what it would look like in the night. So there's evening time, but here's nighttime. Yes. And so we're next door to the Buller Flare. And then, like I said, this house over here, or this building here, I'm going to take down. We're going to demo it and replace it with something way better. But here is the 8-decker plaza and then the tower. And the reason why it's 8 is because it has the 8 floors below and 8 floors above. So we're just going to go all the way to the basement and show you. This is the 4th lower basement so that you can really see kind of what we've got here. So this is actually exposed to outside, which is kind of a really different feature than a lot of people know how to do. So I was kind of hoping that maybe this build would like really start inspiring people on building below grade more than what I see in the gallery. or they can even enjoy living below ground now because I have it. So I thought immediately of like an apartment building when I like went to build this, like that it could very well even be an apartment building, but right now just like a single resident lives, or like a single family lives here. So we have this is supposed to be like 10, but we can't get that many in this. So I'm just gonna put 9 and 9. So it's 1,058,822 simoleons as of now. So it's $1 million house. Then we have just like areas to hang out, visit, get in the hot tub, which this is the highly contested hot tub where we're like, oh, this is our anniversary present. Well, okay. That's like getting a toaster for your anniversary. Come on. But it's okay. It's like, well, I could use new toast, but my old toaster works just fine. So that's kind of how I felt about the hot tub. I really actually wanted the hot date tub, that hot tub that was like that tacky purple and pink one, with the heart, or like that heart-shaped bed where you had to like put a quarter in it to make it vibrate and do silly stuff. And at that time, actually, that was the only bed you could woohoo in too. So you had to make sure to get the heart bed to be able to woohoo. But now it's like totally in a different light and world for like the bed functions and like just how everything functions. So it's kind of neat how that's grown over time. But I've played all 4 versions of the game, and my favorite so far is just The Sims 4. Like I know a lot of people wouldn't say that, but I do because it's just so much more realistic looking and versatile than the other building or the other ones I've had. And Sims 3 was just severely buggy for me, like no matter what computer I ran it on. So that's why the 4, like Sims 4 has just been best. So there's areas here to kind of get your spot on and your treatments or whatever your newfound herbalism trait or latest fad or trend. You can take part in those. You can get the massage as well. There's yoga-ing and all that kind of stuff going on. And then there's like a little area there to get into your little yoga room. Lots of places to watch big old TV and then work out on the treadmill. And then this is outside. So it kind of blurs the lines between inside and outdoor living. And then I tried to keep the central staircase idea. So we have the stairs here, and then we have stairs going up to the next level. So this is the third from bottom layer of the cake or the house. So it still has this open air area here for the exterior, but now this side of the house is actually also exposed to the exterior, so that there's more areas to grill out with friends and family, play around and piddle in the little fountain, that kind of stuff. And then you can just kind of see and look around a little bit here. Then there's the pool. And then the staircases to either up. So there's a staircase to the next level, or there's an express staircase that'll take you all the way up to the first lower level. And then as before, I really like playing with the indoor-outdoor feel, but then I also like to play with the exposed floor between levels so that, again, you can see who's coming in from the pool over here and hang out. And this is all inside still. Then we've got this area here that's also inside. More little areas to visit and hang out, maybe listen to piano. Or we even have this organ. I mean, who has an organ? They do. And then we have this other area for bowling. There's 2 like twin bowling lanes, so you could have a match. And then like lots of just areas to hang out and play games. And so this would be now the second layer to the cake. Okay, now we're up on the upper level. So now it's got all of this closed off. So it's roofed above that. All these sections are roofed. But you can kind of see down, because the way I've terraced this land, or like the lot and the design, you can still see all the way down from up here. And then you can see the different angles of everything. And then if you see, it's like staggered, like that staggered terrace look. So now we have either the express staircase there, or you can just look around and come up either of these. And we also have some of our spotlights shining up out and above to bring everybody around. Everybody come around. Okay, so then we've got like more outdoor seating. This is still the tower. So the tower exists from all the way down here in the basement. This area is part of the tower and kind of loops around. And then it comes all the way up to now this first layer of the basement cake. So this is still below grade, below ground, but I try to make it look more like it was like a sunken patio or a sunken area to like visit and hang out with people, maybe get married, just a whole variety of things. I also wanted to feel like a living garden. So it's got that feel too, I think, a little bit. So then our next thing is going to be up here. So this is the main entryway. So when they walk up to the house, oh, pardon this mess, it looks like one of the kids went goofy. You can see all the way down if you actually look through the walkway. And I wanted to give the walkway a really cool like runway feel because the people that live here are extremely self-absorbed and they feel like the whole world's staring at them. So I definitely made sure that these people had something that really glorified that. So you can see the tower starting to form here from this level. And we have the central staircase here. Some bedroom and bathrooms on the first level, like one bedroom and a bathroom, the office, and then a really giant kitchen, really big kitchen. So it's got the like three-tiered island. So it's got the island here for prep stuff, for the bar, and then you've got more here. Then you've got the dual refrigerators, wine rack, all just kinds of stuff to really enjoy. Then here's our entry, like hallway. So you can come in and sit down or put down your mail or whatever you have. And I wanted to go really bright and modern and open with the floor, not only the floor plans, but also the design style elements. Oh, this one looks like it's missing something, a couple things. Maybe that's what got eliminated somehow. So I'm gonna just pop that in. Looks like we're missing a sink over here too. That's funny. We're gonna fix that. Okay, so then we're just gonna grab like a sink so that I can go drop in a sink over here because I seem to have missed that one. It's okay though. There you go. And then decorations. And that's really why I try and do my fit and finish process, as I call it, so I can kind of look around for these mistakes, but it appears I didn't really do that for this. So I'm gonna move this one to over here, and then I'm gonna get like another neat sort of lighting thing for this. Thinking we're just gonna go with this chandelier thing, and then do another one like here. Cool. Okay. So what is the office down here? Okay, so it has those. I want it in the middle. There we go. Good. So now we have these like things. I always like them in linear form if I can, but I see why I would have did that because it kind of is over the door. And it's various sizes and heights. Then we have this little fun little music practicing area, another open shower. I like doing the open showers when I can. I like them in real life, like in my house. So then we just have more bedrooms kind of throughout, but lots of good views over everything, which we'll take a dive real quick and I'll show you on the like from the first person mode, and you can kind of get a full grasp of like what that'll look like. And these people started with like over 9 million, and now they have, you know, just under 6.75 million. So they've spent about $3 million on building this house. And that's only worth like one. So there's more of the bathrooms. Then this out here was one of my favorites because it's got the first, or well, the second level, but what I call the first deck, or terrace as you would call it. So there's just a lot there to do. And then if you come up here, so this just overlooks the back. So I thought that it would be fun to kind of have the opportunity to use this for something cool too. So then we have the upper level terrace off the 4th floor. So this is the upper level, the tallest floor of the lot. And that's where you're getting the glass roof. So the glass roof is covering the porch, the outdoor porch and all of that, plus the entryway that looks all the way down. So here's that. And then I will drop us down a level so you can see in. But yeah, so we just have a lot more bedrooms up here. These I thought would be more of the private bedrooms. And this would be like your private layer. Maybe you just let all your company kind of enjoy the rest of it down below. And then this is the what I call the concourse style design, where it's got the exposed walls there with just some glass railings. Then you have some really fun like pieces here for the bedrooms, another piece of artwork. And so now I wanted to just kind of go back into live mode real fast and then bring our sim up here so that you could just get a good look around. So I'm going to have Leah here, if she's home. Is she home? She is home. Okay, cool. Where is she? Okay, so she's walking up. And so then you can kind of see what the house looks like from below, from like the person's view. I'm not sure what she's going to go do, but we'll follow her. So there's what it looks like going in. And here's the entry. Okay, cool. And we'll just kind of see where she ends up going. Hopefully we can go upstairs some. Yep, so she's going upstairs. Okay, and then is she going to round the corner? Yeah, so she's going to round the corner and come back up again. So this is that like split level staircase you can do indoors. Okay, neat. So then she's going up here. Then we're going to go back up the steps again because I want her to go to that upper floor terrace. So now we're back around. I think she's just going to go to the bar though. So there she is. Yep, she's going out to the bar. Cool. So she's out here at the bar. So you can kind of get a good view of like the design and style. Now she's deciding to go. Oh, she's going to go to bed. She decided to go to bed like in this only place. Oh no, she's going up there to dance. That's so silly. Out of all the things, she's like, I'm going to come up here and go dancing. So funny. Okay, so now this next one. I wanted to go ahead and show you down below real quick so we can come all the way down here. I'm going to make her teleport so we don't have to wait forever for her to like, you know, carry her behind all the way down. And I'm going to cheat need her so we can make her do what we want. because I want to be able to look around a little more. Okay, so where is she now? Shift tab. Okay, cool. So this is where she's coming to. See, so now you can see like how it looks like all the way up. Cool. And then maybe she'll take us on a little tour more. So let's go up here. See, so you can see just like the big terraced, like recessed. So I think she's gonna go upstairs. Cool. So you guys can get a good look around and see kind of what we have going on. And then I'll speed her up a little bit just so you guys can see that. Okay, cool. Going up the stairs, cool. So here's that sort of like cabana feel. And I put lights underneath the walkway. And then underneath this flower arch. And that's the room, the photography studio room. So we're gonna have her walk fast up these stairs. Okay, cool. So now we're back up here so you can see down. And here's the big kitchen. I wish I had this kitchen in real life, but I'm pretty happy with my real kitchen in real life because I got to help build it and design it and everything. So it's like really fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and have her do a screenshot real quick of this. There we go. Alrighty. And then we'll have her go check out like one more space real quick. Oh no, her head, there we go. That's the thing that it has to do. It has to chop the head off to be able to make it work. So, okay, so let's see here. So now I want to do one more look around up from this level. Actually, let's go. You can't really see much out of this angle because it's like kind of private. So the way that I designed it, like you can't really see down. It's more just creating that sense of light and space. So I'm gonna just go here real quick, teleport. Oh, she's not happy. She is not happy. Because I'm making her do things that she's like, pass. Oh, now she's enraged. Great. Great, girl. Great. Thank you. So glad. So happy. Make that go away. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see here. So she's enraged. Like, I don't even know what will make this lady happy right now. She's literally having a meltdown. And I don't even know if I can make her do anymore. Let's see here. Cheat need, make happy. She just will not get over it. Jeez. Okay. I just want you to go up here. Teleport. Hopefully she's not too enraged to teleport. Okay, good. So I think she's gonna teleport. I'm just making her do all this stuff and she can't have her juice and she needs her juice and she's like, I need my juice. So here's the view to up above for that. And what it is it's like got 2 floors here for this to just give it, again, that like really wide, expansive feel. So I think at this point I am done with her. She can go do her own thing. And I can just kind of show you guys around the last little bits. So I just want to do a lot of little character on the side. So I did this little like tree. We're getting into the winter time, it looks like, so, or like the fall, so the trees are changing color. And I'll pop this up. So thanks again, guys, so much for joining me for the coffee time with Chase and The Sims. I really appreciate you guys visiting and checking out the channel again. If you could, please make sure to like and subscribe. I would be grateful. And you can also check me out on my YouTube channel or on my Twitch channel where I stream regularly, and then also where I kind of archive all of my old streams. They can kind of like go back and laugh a little bit and see how much I've improved to between each episode, and how much I'm really like pushing to like think even more creatively than what I see. And I'm not one of those that are going to copy the challenges that other people do, because I like creating my own things and my own content and my own stuff. So it's going to be all about like original things. And I hope maybe even people want to copy off of me, because I'm okay with that. It's just that, no offense and stuff, but I just really want to make sure that I'm kind of keeping my game fresh and enjoying it. So I, really work on thinking outside the box and how I can kind of make the real world and then also the fake Sims world all kind of mesh into one like really fun little package. So it's what I did like with this house and many of the others that I've made. And I really look forward to you guys like seeing more from me. And I'm grateful that you took the time of day to come and visit. And I hope you guys have a safe and happy day, and that you go on and do something magical. Stay proud and have a great day. Thank you.